Right, everybody. Welcome you here to the Flex Zone post game. Ravens Chargers. We're gonna talk about week number 6 in the NFL so far, which has been wild, unpredictable, and all the above, man. Roger here, D with you. And Roger, Mike, quick your thoughts on the Ravens game. You was there in person today at the bank. Ravens rolled and looked good here, and wasn't no stress for nobody this week. No stress.
Nah, no stress this week, man. Hello, everybody. This is Raj from the Flex Zone. I was at the game earlier, man. I didn't expect this, man. I didn't expect to have a game where I wasn't on the edge of my seat, where we just came out and dominated from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, man. Um, man, what a day it was for the Baltimore Ravens, man. They showed out and showed off out there, but hats off to the defense, man. Hats off to the defense. They came to play. Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Queen, what's his name? Mr. Bynes, I believe, got the start today.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, and Deshaun Elliott came back for the Ravens, which was huge for us. He had a pick and a nice sack against Justin Herbert. Um, they was just balling, man. They was all out, shutting everything down. To me, they pitched a shutout. The only reason the Chargers scored is because of Lamar Jackson's interception. But other than that, man, they played perfectly. They did a hell of a job today. Um, hats off to them. And also, man, Lamar Jackson, man, he did what he can do, man. He ran the ball very well. He threw the ball to the people that he needed to throw the ball to. Sometimes you don't got to throw 300 to 400 yards. Sometimes you can just throw 150 to 200 yards and get the job done. And that's exactly what he did. He took what the defense gave him, and he made great opportunities of what he was able to do on the field. Um, I saw a lot. You know what? I saw a lot of Rashod Bateman today, man. I saw a lot of them today. I thought he was going to get like maybe a snap here, a snap there, but he was almost in there almost every offensive play. He did a lot of good things out there on the field. He was able to get open a lot. He did make a lot of mistakes as well. You know, he dropped a crucial ball, but I mean, the young man still has a ways to go. It was his first NFL game. I thought he did a hell of a job, man. Um, I think the sky's the limit for him. I think the guy's going to be very, very good for this football team, and I think he did a great job. Marquise Brown had another solid game today. He got open a lot. He did drop a crucial touchdown pass though, but I can't front. It was a tough catch. I mean, it was a tough ball thrown to him. So I'm not really doubting him too much, but he played a very good game. Mark Andrews again, man. He shows up again as he always does every week. Had another solid game as well. Did his thing out there. The offensive line was very good for the Ravens today. I think they gave up maybe a one or two sacks, but as far as that was concerned, they played pretty well. I think Bozeman did get hurt in the third or fourth quarter, but he's not. I don't think he's too banged up. He'll probably be back maybe next week or the week after. Patrick Queen did get hurt, and he came back in the game later on in the game. But I think the Ravens did a hell of a job today, man. What are your thoughts, D?
I mean, to your point, man, watching it where I was at, I'm on a assignment. I'll be back for the flex on tomorrow night. But for the Ravens, man, from start to finish, rolled. They didn't really have to stress out. My man's Dre question, why they keep mentioning Tyshawn? I think it's because he can't really pass block, man. I think the rest of the running backs do a decent job and pass blocking, even Bell and Tyshawn. I think he's just got to prove on that side of the game. Thought Freeman today really looked good. Murray was looking good for he got hurt there. And Bell's going to still be the tap. I call him the tap dance runner. He's going to kind of wait for holes to open up, which in this offensive line ain't going to happen fully. You got to hit it when you can see it. So, but with that being said, I thought the Ravens definitely defensively played their best overall game of the year, even better than the Denver game because They didn't whiff on tackles, man. They really did well when guys caught the ball. They made sure they didn't get yak yards. Um, just felt like, even with the pass rush wasn't the best, but they still was able to get to Herbert enough. He was not comfortable in the pocket. And just thought it was the Ravens' best overall effort, and it's against a team that's 4-1 that's been at times dominating teams. You've seen Cleveland get dominated last week by the Chargers, and we're going to talk about how they lost to the Cardinals today too. But the Chargers' offense was rolling, man. For the Ravens really to put the clamps on them like they did, I mean, props to them, man. It was a great win, and Lamar's confidence is skywriting. Um, he had two turnovers. That was minor in this game. Didn't affect anything, but you do want to make sure you clean some of that minor stuff up. Still got a tough Cincinnati team. You got to play coming up on next week, which they have confidence as well. And it's pretty much right now the battle for the AFC North between the Bengals and the Ravens. We thought that coming into Week 7.
Yeah, man. Who would have thought that, man? I must say this though. I was very disappointed with the Chargers, man. I really thought they was going to come in here and do play well because they've been playing well the whole season. But they just didn't have it today, man. Justin Herbert, from start, he didn't look like himself. He looked a little bit confused on a couple of his throws. A lot of his guys were missing the ball. A lot of drop passes today. Mike Williams, I believe, got hurt again. He
He
went
did.
out in a game. It just was and the running game was awful. I mean, Austin Eckler didn't get anything, man. He was getting pushed back a lot. So they just didn't look at. They didn't look. I mean, I was sitting next to my guy, and I was like, "Is this the same team that we've been watching for the past couple weeks?" I mean, they put up 47 points against Cleveland last week, and the week before they put up a huge number, and then they couldn't get it going at all. I was very shocked. I was very confused. Um, but let's not be phony about this, man. The Chargers is a great team.
Yeah.
They're a great team with a great quarterback. They had I mean, it's just the NFL. Any given Sunday, I guess they just had a stinker today. But they'll learn from it. They'll get better from it. I'm pretty sure Justin Herbert will bounce back next week with a great effort against whoever he plays. But today, man, I thought he was gonna come in here and light us up, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not saying he was gonna win, but I thought he was gonna at least keep it close, like all the other Raven games that we watched this year so far. And they just came in here and they didn't have anything for us, man. They didn't know what to do. Um, what's going on, Lamar? How you doing, man? Yeah, we got that dub. Yep. It was an
Yeah.
intense game. Appreciate you, bro. West Coast teams. Yeah, yeah. That was another thing, Andre. Definitely, man. The West Coast, man. That trip, man, probably really did them in.
And it didn't get here until yesterday, man. Most teams kind of get here a couple days earlier. They didn't get here till yesterday, man. So I think that played a factor as well. The jet lag, they didn't have enough time to recover from it. And the Chargers just didn't look like themselves. They really didn't. Um, just seeing now, I know we talking about the Ravens here. The Cowboys just pulled it out in overtime and an amazing game. The Patriots, with Mr. Jones, they're getting better, but they still got to find ways to win football games. But they're definitely getting better up there in
Yeah, man.
Foxborough.
I just saw it. Kudos to the Dallas Cowboys. Who would have thought they would be, 5-1 with the Ravens, man? They're a really good football team as well. Dak Prescott coming back from an injury. He's playing some of his best football, man. And I'm very proud of him. I'm very happy that he's back. And he deserves to be in the spotlight because he went through something in that offseason, man, with the contract situation, his rehab, and just being downplayed that he wasn't, the leader of the Cowboys when that's exactly what he always has been. He's always been the leader of the Cowboys, and he's always should have been, paid like he was the leader of the Cowboys. So hats off to him. Glad they got the victory. I think Mac Jones is going to be a great quarterback for years to come.
Yeah, man.
He shows flashes every week. He's getting better and better. You know, I appreciate that Belichick is starting him and he's having confidence in him. Although he's making mistakes as well. He had a crucial turnover with Trayvon Diggs, you know, with the pick six city. But he came back and he scored a touchdown. And that's all you can
Yeah,
ask
on the
for.
next play, man. On the next play at that.
And that's all you can ask for your young quarterbacks is to go out there and make and pretty much, you know, make an effort to correct their mistakes and continue to learn and build confidence in themselves.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Talk about some of the other week 6 action when that Miami and Jacksonville was playing, and I looked up. I was like, I don't know, if Jacksonville gonna pull this thing out, man. 2 long field goals from their field goal kicker. They got it done. Urban Liar, Fabio, as we call him on the show. Both of them got their first NFL wins, man. And Tua still looked like he was definitely rusty to me, Roger. I know he was at the Ravens game taking in the festivities because that game literally ended like 10 minutes before all the 1 o'clock games got started. So
Wow.
it was
Yeah, I ain't
very
get to see any of that game. So, I mean, if you want to recap a little bit of it, you can.
yeah, man. I got to give Jacksonville their credit, man. They held in there because I ain't expecting to win that game, and I ain't expect them to kick the field goal, man, like that to win them the football game. I mean, the tied and to win it. They both was 50-yard field goals for the field goal kicker. So props to them, man. Yeah, props to them indeed. We're
Did
going to
you
talk about some. Go ahead.
did you
Sorry,
did
man.
you did you I'm pretty I know you was watching the skin I mean, I was gonna call them the Washington
Oh,
football team. My bad. The Washington football team and the Kansas City Chiefs. I know you was watching a little bit of that earlier.
oh yeah. You know.
Um,
Me and you think alike, man. Because I was actually about to mention that next to our friends. I'm in DC country. I'm in Latham. I was at assignment 2 high school football games over the weekend in this area, but yeah, man, Washington tried their best early. The tribal chief and them forced a lot of stuff. I think a lot of these turnovers Kansas City been getting because they just Patrick likes to do his thing, man, and he haven't been resisted until this year, and now he's got to kind of take what the defense gives him at times, man. Once
right.
he started doing that, that's when he started really dominating Washington because Washington's offense, man, they got gifts, but they couldn't do nothing with them. And I heard during the post game, Robert felt like we're doing stuff, we're getting there, and all this, and then I heard Brian Mitchell go off, man. Brian Mitchell went off on him, man. He's like, I want to be told the truth. I'm tired of getting lied to. We're not good, and they need to stop lying to them, saying that they are good and being decent. And I got to agree with the Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell, man. I got to agree with him, man. They gotta do something a little different down there, especially on offense, man. They got to get it going. The defense looked better. Granted, they played Kansas City, so they couldn't hold for so long, man. But they got to do something offensively more, man. They got to either find a way to get their wide receivers open, get the running game fully going. I don't know if Heineke's confidence then went south a little bit. He's still playing like himself, but they're just not getting it done. And they got to go to Lambeau next week, and
hmm
they got to see that bad man Aaron Rodgers, and it ain't getting easier for Washington right now.
I know. Cavante was at the Washington game today, and then they honored, I believe, Sean Taylor. Long
They did
overdue, by the way. They should have been
very
honored.
long overdue, very long.
But, I'm pretty sure give
I,
us a recap of what happened.
Roger, I'm be shot with you, man. I thought they had did it already. When I heard they didn't do it, I was like, what? They retired his
Man,
number already?
Daniel Snyder, man, it's Daniel Snyder. That's all you can say.
Goof
It's
man,
Daniel
goof
Snyder.
owner of the century. Goof owner of the
But
century.
yeah, man. What were some other games that were really
Um,
good?
well,
I
you
know the
know,
Vikings and Panthers
Vikings
was a
and
good
Panthers,
game.
man. I got back sweet. I didn't know that game had went to overtime. Minnesota was up 10, and Carolina fought their way back in that one and came back tied it. But without McCaffrey, man, that Carolina offense is searching for rhythm, and they haven't really gotten it. They had to kind of depend on turnovers and special teams to kind of keep them in that game. But Minnesota, you know, they got it done. Kirk Cousins had a pretty good afternoon. 337 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 33 out of 48. Dalvin Cook had an amazing afternoon.
I
140
like to
yards
hear that.
rushing on 29 carries, yes.
I like to hear that.
Thielen showed up. We haven't seen much of him all year, but he showed up today. So I thought Minnesota offense really looked well. Carolina started 3-0. Now they're 3-3 now and fading in the South and in the wild card race, which definitely two teams out the West might get in, if not three, once Russell Wilson gets back. You can't fade too far. So.
I agree with that. With that said, that was another game. I believe that was the Arizona Cardinals. I believe they beat the Cleveland Browns. I seen Kareem Hunt get carried off.
He did, man. That's not
Was
good
that
news
a
for
knee
Cleveland.
injury? I believe.
Yeah. And they
So
already didn't have Chubb, I think, in this game
yeah,
anyway.
Chubb didn't play today. Kareem Hunt got
And
caught.
Baker Mayfield again at one point had to go in the tent for a little bit, man. He came back out there, but I mean Arizona's just rolling right now, man. I mean
Yeah, Arizona looking like
it's
the best team
crazy.
in the league right now, man.
God, and the thing is, Arizona can't run the football. Yeah, yes, Dale. We
Yes, Daryl, we did.
didn't need no
This
heart
is an
medicine.
easy post game, man, because they didn't give us a heart attack. They just
Yeah.
went out there and handled their business.
Now, I usually don't, report off folks' info, but Mike Preston has report card, and by George, he's giving out a lot of A's. I just say that he gave out a lot of A's.
Oh my. Okay.
I was like, good Lord, he gave out a lot of A's, man. I mean, they deserved it though, man. They deserved it.
George Barnes made a huge difference, man.
Yes, he did.
He pretty much came in there, and when he started tackling people and hitting people, the rest of the team followed, man. I seen Marlon Humphrey hit people today. I seen.
The secondary played outstanding.
People.
The secondary just played outstanding.
Deshaun Elliott, we know he hits people when he's out there.
Oh yes.
Patrick Queen, even that play he got hurt, man. He smacked the mess up that dude. It was a great hit.
It was.
The Ravens, if they can continue this, if they can just continue this intensity and being focused every game defensively, they can go very far. I mean, even farther than they went last year, I believe. Even with all the injuries that they have.
It's true, man.
They can go far, man. The sky's the limit for the Ravens right now. They can beat you in all kinds of ways, which is a good thing.
It's a good way. The history of the Ravens, we haven't seen this offense beat you in the gunfight, beat you in a way that be close, don't turn the ball, and I think they can do it all now. We're going to give you a little taste of next week here. Cincinnati comes to town. Well, of course, they beat the Lions. I mean, it don't take a lot to beat the Lions, except when the Ravens play them this year. Don't take a lot to beat the Lions. The Bengals, we thought, we were saying ourselves in a year, we thought the Bengals would be where they're at now, but the blueprint has been measured a year quicker, and now they're coming, and Mr. Burrow, just looked great today. 271 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, had 1 minor pick. But they're coming, man. And what you expect from that one next week at the ATM?
Yeah, man. I must agree with you. Plus the Ravens, they play the Bengals, man. That game is going to be extremely tough, man. The Bengals is a very good team. They went out and destroyed the Lions today. I mean, surprise, surprise, the Lions get beat again. But man, their wide receiving core, man, is top notch, man. Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, man. It's gonna be tough, man. Joe Burrow is playing some of his best ball, and it's only his second year, and that's very scary. Very scary if you're a Ravens fan. Another tough game for the Ravens next week. I'm not sure who I'm going with just yet. I gotta look at it. Analyze it, look at some tape, look at some film. But I think it's gonna be. I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance because we're here. We're at home. Plus, both teams know each other. But I think Joe Burrow is just gonna be. He's gonna be something different, man. I mean, last year he was a rookie, and of course he had a lot of mistakes because that's what rookies do. They have a lot of mistakes. And but this year, man, with all the weaponry that he has and the defense has gotten a lot better for the Bengals as well. It's gonna be tough, man. I'm just saying. This week was a cakewalk. Next week it might be the same way it was against the Colts. It might be a knockdown, drag out slugfest. I expect the Bengals to come in and try to beat the Ravens. I expect it.
Oh, ain't no question. The rivalry between the two teams already is tight as it is. I'm a man. You see Sports there. Shout out to him.
Shout out to you, AC Sports. Yes, the Ravens struggled to beat the Lions, the Bengals, and handed the line. Yeah, they did, but they handled Denver and they handled the Chargers. And you know what they say? It's any given Sunday. Plus, a lot of people said over the years, "Oh no, if the Ravens are down by more than 14 points, they're not coming back and winning." And guess what? They came back against the Lions when they needed to come back, and they struggled against Kansas City, but they came back and they beat them. So
I beat the
you
Colts as
know,
well while they was down as well, man.
right? Again, definitely the Colts last week. On Monday they came back against them and won. So it doesn't matter how you win. It just matters that you win. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get the W at the end of the day.
This is true. That's very true, man. The Ravens have went 3-1 against the AFC West. The one team you thought they would lose to was Kansas City. They beat, and then the Raiders, which took care of business against Denver. I know they had a lot of distractions this week, but I just thought overall as a team, that probably was the best thing they needed was to get out there on the field and play somebody and play a rival. The Broncos started off 3-0. Now they're 3-3, and it's looking good for the Raiders right now, man. They get past this. I think they got the Eagles next week. They do. They can get another one in their belt. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting, man. But I don't know. Do you got anything else to add on Rashod Bateman? Did you
Uh,
even give your thoughts on him?
oh, I didn't talk about him, Michael. I thought he looked well. He had the one drop that ended up being the second interception. You just got to learn on them plays. Of course, catch the ball, which you usually do, but the plays where you probably can't, just try to bat it down, man. Don't give up on it. He kind of threw his hands up, gave up on it, and it got picked off. You see you can't catch it, try to bat it down, man. Don't let the other team get it. But outside of that, I thought he had a good debut. He's going to fit his way in. I think we're really going to see what he can do after the bye week, because after the Bengal game be the bye week, they can really work on some stuff with him. They have 2 weeks. Sammy Watkins should hopefully be back by then as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we can really have the receiving core can really get going, really roll. And with Andrews and Hollywood rolling, I don't think we said this since season 1 or 2 of the Ravens, man. Actually got a wide receiver core that can hang with some of the ones in the league, man.
Yeah, they gotta gel. They gotta gel together and play together more.
Yeah,
Um, Also, hopefully we get back Mr. Boyle. Hopefully he
yeah.
comes back and
That's
maybe Dirk
huge.
Wolf can show up on the field and Ronnie Stanley can come back at some point in the season because those guys are very crucial as well um, down the stretch because we're going to need them. Um,
Definitely gonna need him. Definitely gonna
Definitely
need him.
going to need them. Hopefully Bozeman is okay and he'll be back soon. And we can get some other guys that's been hurt and to come back as well. But the Ravens are going to be all right, man. I think the Ravens are in a great position right now. They're 5-1. Um, they had a lot of miracles happen in these 6 games, but it's gonna be it's gonna be okay for Raven Nation, man. They doing their thing.
We doing all right, and we're in top of the conference right now. Tennessee and Buffalo, the winner of that game, will be right behind us. And we straight, man. We are good to go right now. And the
All right, man.
Ravens
Is
rolled indeed.
is any thoughts on this Sunday night game, real quick, before we end this stream?
Uh, Victor Wilson was playing. I'll be a little bit more pumped, but Geno Smith, we haven't seen a full dose of him since he was with the Jets. And he might have them turnovers tonight. He had one last week that cost Seattle against the Rams. He's going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh defense be ready. Hopefully, Ben can give some gifts. A little turnover too. That might help things out. But I'm shaking my head. I'm like, this is the one Sunday night game I can actually stay up on, and it's this game. I'm like, it's this game of all. But the 2 we thought should have got flexed was blowouts today. So you never. That's why football is an amazing game, man. Because you just when you think
Right.
you really don't know.
You really don't know. That's the thing about it, man. And I'm with you, man. I don't know what to expect from this game tonight. I know I know I call Geno Smith, Jane Malenko, the man with 1,000 turnovers, because that's what he does. He turns the ball over a lot. I'm expecting him to throw a couple picks today to the Steelers defense. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he goes out there and he gets the job done. I'm rooting for him, but if he doesn't, then it is what it is. But hopefully it's a good game tonight. Hopefully it's very entertaining. I don't want to see a blowout neither way. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday night game against the Steelers and the Seahawks. Yeah, I wouldn't bet against the Steelers either, AC. I think the Steelers, even though they struggling a little bit, they're dealing with injuries and Big Ben ain't what he used to be. I think they're still a threat in the AFC, especially in our division, man, because they know every team in our division, Ravens, Bengals, Browns. They're still the Steelers, and I'm not going to count them out just yet. But we'll see what happens tonight. I think I picked them to win. I picked the Steelers to win. But I mean, if they don't win, then that's fine. It is what it is.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I'm a Ravens fan, so. But I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning into the Ravens Postgame Show. Um, wasn't a heart attack like it was last week.
Ooh, no, it's not.
I mean, it wasn't a heart attack at all. Pretty much, we went out there, handled our business, looked good doing it. Um, hopefully next week the Ravens play close attention to the film against the Bengals, because this is a brand new Bengals team that we've never seen before, and I definitely want to see how they come out against them next week, because the way they came out against the Chargers was just like that, and they was up 7-0. So I mean, we'll see, man. I expect it to be a barn burner, as they would say. I expect the Ravens to go out there and give everything that they have, like they did this week and these past 6 games, and I expect that the Bengals will be looking for revenge, because we've beaten them I don't know how many times now. So
Oh yes, they're gonna be looking for some payback. I mean, we had their number. Yeah, man. Conceal Prep getting it done yesterday. I did see they beat St. Paul's. They have St. Mary still. I got to get in contact this week with the people at Loyola Blakefield, but I should be at that one on November the 6th, man. That should be a good one. And probably for the MIAB conference number 1 seed in that one. So we got our eyes on them, here on my the other platform, BSN. Got our eyes on them teams, and high school football season coming down the stretch, and basketball be coming up. So we got all that involved. But Raj, man, you got any more thoughts?
I was gonna say, oh yeah, please, if you like what you saw,
Yes,
subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast
please
on
do.
YouTube. We're back on YouTube again full time. A lot of content's coming. This post game show, tomorrow's podcast is coming with all the fellas.
Yes,
Um, Also subscribe to the Dive Sporting Network on YouTube as well.
thank you.
D does like almost every freaking um, a football game that there is in high school, and basketball as well. A ton of content on his channel as well. So please tune in, subscribe to both, hit the like button.
Yes, hit the like button on both. Definitely.
And with that said, you can lead us out, man.
All right, now, folks, we say so long to you till tomorrow on the Flex Zone, 10 p.m. here on Facebook and YouTube. Giving you sports how you want it, when you need it. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow on the zone.